it was a weekend that got sad with the news of the death of basketball legend Kobe Bryant. Tributes have been pouring in from different corners of the globe, and we at the Nutmeg were hit hard by this particular news. Welcome to the show, and Dennis joins us in the studios. It's great to have you on the show today, especially at this hard time now.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure, in as much as you also want to say that it's not so much a pleasurable moment all over the world, but then our hearts goes out to the Bryant family, and then our condolences.
Yeah, it's a football show, and today we're going to be talking about Barcelona's loss to Valencia. Now, seeing that they just got a new manager in Quique Setien, and it's his third game, and he's losing as much as 2 goals to 0 against Valencia. What do you think about that?
It's not something good to start a new managerial career with, and then these are they have actually been warning signs. I think all from his first game, Barcelona got to win by 3 goals to 2, and then the second game against Leganes, it was off a slim 1-0 victory, and then a lot of critics have been coming from different quarters saying that Barcelona are much concerned about the play, the style, the culture, and then over the results as it were. You see in how Real Madrid plays, Real Madrid right now, no definitive style, it's just all about getting the result. So there's been a lot of comparison, saying Barcelona are so much attached or concerned about the style over winning. And then I think the output of the team in the match against Valencia just goes to further emphasize this. You see that Valencia lost a penalty, missed a couple of chances. Barcelona got saved at different points in time in the game by Mark ter Stegen. If not that, it would have been more than 2-0.
And now, would you say it's a problem of an onboarding process? Like I said, it was just 3 games into his tenure. Is it that they're slowly just getting to grasp with Quique Setien's style of play? Now, he made a complaint at the end of that game. He said that they were passing the ball around aimlessly. And if you look at the pass difference between Valencia and Barcelona, it was more than 400 passes difference between both of them. And still, Valencia got that particular victory. Would you say it's a bit of slow onboarding process by the players?
Not necessarily slow onboarding process. I think it's just about lack of precision. The team had not been precise enough in their plays, like you rightly emphasize. Too much passing around, but then no clear cut or direction on where as to the ball should be going to, and then probably ending up at the back of the net. Although we saw a glimpse of chances during the game, but then it was not up to par to what we know the real Barcelona team to be.
I think it brings back the question of should Barcelona have sacked or let go of that Ernesto Valverde at that sort of period in the season. They were still on top of the La Liga. They were winning victories, they were winning games rather, not the prettiest of sights, but they were still getting the results. Do you think Barcelona acted too early in letting go of that manager?
Instead of saying they acted too early, I actually think they acted too late too. I think they acted too late because even the relative bad run of form that saw Ernesto Valverde leave the Camp Nou as then were not just things that started this season. They were, offspring from a few bad outings from last season, especially the UEFA Champions League. Talk about the quarterfinal against Liverpool,
yeah.
And then right from that point, I think that was the time the Barcelona hierarchy, aside counting the days for Ernesto Valverde, and then bringing in the new manager, you expect the new manager conundrum to get on the players. They want to fight for their places and the likes, but then it's not just been working because clearly it's a different manager, it's a different approach, and then it could take the players a little more time to adapt. But then I think it's more of the coach tactics and then the players performance.
Now we've seen Setien's work with Real Betis, and it was quite impressive. Now, with what you've seen from him and the body of work, like just 3 games now into his tenure at Barcelona, do you think it's going to be a success anyway whatsoever?
Yeah, he has the potential to be a success because you look at the style of play he puts up, or the sort of way he sets up his team in the proper Barcelona style that we saw with the likes of Pep Guardiola. Keep the ball, don't let the ball leave your grasp, and then as soon as you lose the ball, within 10 seconds you need to retrieve the ball. That is what I've seen with this Barcelona team so far. And then if the players, you know, interpret what it tells them properly, I think this team will go ahead to do great things.
Well, it's an absolute pleasure talking to you on the Nutmeg today. Thank you so much.
Always a pleasure, Solomon.
So that's all we can take on the show today. Thank you so much for sticking with us. Let us know in the comment section what you think. Do you think Quique Setien is going to be a success at Barcelona? Thank you so much once again. This has been the Nutmeg, and my name is Solomon Fowe.